Hi guys, so welcome to my channel, and I think this is gonna be the first time that I actually film me yapping except for my Instagram stories, and some of you already know the things that are going on into my life, and I don't know, I feel like I just needed someone to talk to today, and I guess this is my way of coping. It's been day 2, and honestly, I'm feeling alright. I'm actually feeling okay. Of course, I'm a little sad. And I know you're probably wondering, what is she talking about? Well, if you were following me on my Instagram and you were watching my Instagram stories, you would know that I met someone and I thought he was special. But turns out I was wrong. I was so wrong. And in fact, when I met this person, I actually thought he was my person. That I had to tell my best friends, my guy best friends, like, look, if I'm gonna marry a person, it will probably be this guy. And I thought, like, you know how people say, if you know, you know? I thought that was it. I actually thought that was it. It ended yesterday. Well, I actually made him promise that if he doesn't want to see me again, that he'll have to say to my face. I told him that he can't ghost me, that he needs to say to my face. That was the condition that I told him from the very, very beginning. And I guess at least he kept his promise. Yesterday morning, he told me that you'll probably never see me again. That's what he told me. And I did ask why. I did say, since I'm never gonna see you again, may I ask why? And he did say 2 things. One is the age gap. He's 7 years younger than me. And second, that he likes being alone. And I know what you're thinking. Why the hell are you gonna date someone who's 7 years younger than you? I thought he was mature. I actually thought. Because we really connected in so many ways that I was even surprised that I was able to connect with someone on that level. And it was also surprising for me that he almost never gave me an ick. But damn, I was wrong. But you know what? I'm not actually sad about it because I feel like I was able to experience love again, and that's a beautiful thing. That's actually a really beautiful thing. And even though it didn't end the way I wanted it to be, I still got to love, and that means that I'm not a cold-hearted bitch. Which I actually thought for the longest time that I'm gonna be alone because my heart is just so closed off to people, and that I thought I didn't know how to love anymore because I've been through so many heartbreaks that I wasn't sure if someone exists out there for me. And I don't know, I guess with this guy it made me hopeful. He made me realize that the love that I want actually exists. And yeah, I might be sad and all disappointed about how everything ended, but honestly, I'm just grateful for everything. And I wouldn't get to say this to him, and I hope he doesn't find this video. I really hope he doesn't. But even though it was probably all pretend, or at least from his side, because from me, I felt genuine. And I actually cared for this person even for a very short time. And you might be wondering, how long is a short time? It was probably just a little over a month. So I remember meeting this person on April 17th. And yeah, it wasn't anything special. I just knew we had a good conversation, but that was pretty much it. Until I saw him again, and then we started going out. Well, he asked me out, and I wasn't really interested in the beginning, but I thought, you know what, I wanted to make friends. That was the time that I was actually putting myself out of my comfort zone. I don't usually go out and meet new people, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna keep pushing myself out of my comfort zone. I'm gonna meet new people, even though I know for a fact that I'm such an introvert. And that's the thing. When you push yourself out of your comfort zone, beautiful things happen to you. Or you might just discover something about yourself, and that in itself is a beautiful experience. And I feel like the more I put myself out there, the more I realize I'm actually such an interesting person, that I have something to talk about. And I love that about myself. And honestly, even though things ended abruptly, I get to have those memories with me. And that's just amazing. That's a beautiful story that I can tell. Maybe not now, maybe only to my close friends. A part of me actually is very disappointed because part of me feels like I was played, but at the same time, in the beginning, I felt like we had a genuine connection, or at least that's what I thought. And then sometimes I realize that I only have those type of memories, or at least I probably perceive it that way, because I project the love that I give to other people, meaning that it's sort of like a mirror on the love that I give. It's not even necessarily about them, it's about me. I actually genuinely liked who I was when I was with this person. And that's why I thought he was my person. But enough about saying that. I'm not gonna say that again. Because again, I was wrong. And that's okay. And I think that when you realize things happen, and I think that because I have this such of like abundant mindset, that I get to experience life differently, and that everything in life is just an experience and we're here to enjoy it. And yeah, like just because it ended doesn't make me feel like I should be tough or I should close off myself. If anything, it made me learn to love again. So, sometimes we just have to accept the fact that some people are lessons in our life and they're not meant to stay. And sometimes even the short-lived memories are one of the most beautiful things in life. And it's beautiful because it didn't last. You know, like cherry blossoms in spring in Japan, they only last 1 or 2 weeks. And they're beautiful because they're not always there. And that's how I see it. It bloomed and it was drifted away by the wind. Everything falls to the ground and you'll have to wait again the next year. And I guess what I'm trying to say is I have a feeling that the love that I seek is out there and it will find me. I do not have to find it because I know for a fact that I attract beautiful things. And it's because why am I getting emotional now? I wasn't even sad. I just feel like it will find me because I forgot what I always say in my diary. Let me read it. I always say something in my diary. I always say, I am love itself and there is no reason for love not to find me. And I genuinely believe that I am such a lover girl, even though I know I look intimidating wearing all black all the time. Well, I'm not wearing black right now, but you get what I mean. Now we get to work. We're gonna work on ourselves. We're gonna be hotter, richer, and we will be smashing so many goals this year. And I'm actually excited. Me filming this is already a miracle. Me being in front of the camera talking is already a step towards what I want to do. Yeah. Whoever is watching this, if you just gone through a heartbreak or you feel like you haven't met your person, don't worry. I feel like I genuinely think that this year I was able to find myself, that I don't even need anyone. Having a person is not a need anymore, it's more like a want. Because I know for a fact that I will always have me. And as long as I have me, I have everything. I have all the love to give to myself, that I do not need another person to fill that for me. There's nothing missing. And whoever comes to my life is just an addition to my life. And I love that. I really love that about myself, and I've been actually surprising myself a lot of the times. A few weeks ago, I just finished my half marathon, and when I signed up, I wasn't even ready for it. I haven't even ran anything past 10 kilometers. And then when I was training for it, the most I've done was 15 or 18. And on the day, I actually decided to wait for everyone to go so I can just run alone. And I loved it. And yeah, I feel like that can take a lot of audacity. And I love that about myself, that I actually do not care about so much. I do not care so much about what people think about me anymore. I feel so confident and I believe that I can do anything. Yeah, if you're watching this, I hope that you get to find happiness within you, not through a person. And I hope that you get to achieve all the goals that you have in mind this year, because it's already June. We're already halfway through the year and it's crazy. And I'm actually turning 33 in like 3 weeks time. I actually don't know what to do for my birthday. Yeah. I'll talk to you soon. And thanks for watching.